IceHogs fans, it's time for another edition of the IceHogs Minute alongside Slavko Bekovic. I am Mike Peck. Big playoff push starting for the Rockford IceHogs. Now, Slavko, the way it kind of works in hockey, the playoff push, some people might not think it starts until maybe March, but kind of the further you are down the standings, the quicker it comes about. And for the IceHogs, it's basically starting right now.
Yeah, that 6-game skid kind of put them back a lot more than they wanted to be. But now you're starting to look at the standings. You don't look at the division. Now you're starting to look at the Western Conference playoff standings in general. IceHogs currently sitting in 14th out of 15th. Not good, but they're only 5 points out of that last number 8 playoff spot.
With the IceHogs now, here on out, there's only 8 more games out of the final 25 against non-Midwest Division opponents. So a lot of in-division opponents, including Chicago, Milwaukee, and Peoria from here on out for the IceHogs. Friday night's the last one against Grand Rapids, but they can make a lot of hay against teams directly in front of them in the standings.
The next 10 games are all teams in the Western Conference directly in front of them, including Abbotsford. But Abbotsford and Grand Rapids, obviously the division leaders, you don't want to look at those, but between them and the 8th playoff spot, Milwaukee, Peoria, all very important games.
Yeah, the only team that Rockford doesn't play is Rochester in the Western Conference, and they currently hold the 7th spot. But what benefits the IceHogs is the fact that all these head-to-head meetings are against teams, like you said, with the exception of Abbotsford and Grand Rapids, which after Friday night the IceHogs are done with, teams that the IceHogs can still catch in the standings.
And each of those games that are head-to-head between them and the Western Conference teams ahead of them, they're 4-point swings. So you drop 2 points to the team that's now jumping ahead of you as well. So each game is going to be very important from here on out.
Some keys for Rockford down the stretch. Martin St. Pierre, Brandon Peary getting back on track. They're going to need that. Healthy Ben Smith and Jeremy Morin, who's been playing great. Those 4 guys right there, some nice catalysts for the IceHogs.
Morin's been playing phenomenal hockey over the last month, really racking up the points. But it's not just the point production for him. Getting involved now on the penalty kill on both ends of the ice, he's really taking his game to the next level. And adding Ben Smith, we've seen what he can do. And when he was healthy, those deflections in front of the net, the grittiness, the hard work on both ends of the ice is going to be a huge addition for the IceHogs down the stretch.
And, of course, in goal, whether it's Carter Hutton, Ken Simpson, or Henrik Carlson, when Corey Crawford gets healthy back up in Chicago, goaltending's been actually playing quite well since that Texas game on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's been pretty solid for the IceHogs overall with the numbers, and that's what they're going to need as well.
The netminders have done a good job, but more importantly, I think that the defense has done a good job. They've limited the turnovers in front of them and played very solid in their own end. They're focusing on getting the pucks out of the zone, which is what you got to do.
Playoff push starts now. This has been another edition of the IceHogs Minute.